Here we are with my ONEFINITY monitor system, and I thought I would just do a separate video on this particular piece because to me, as somebody who doesn't understand all the intricacies of a CNC machine, I've never used one or worked on one, it seemed really critical to have the biggest screen possible to work on. Now, the original monitor is a 10-inch screen. Okay, so what you can order with the machine is it's a 10-inch, which, you know, if you're going on diagonal and assuming that you don't have any frame, you know, really it's about where this green box is. So like picture this being the monitor that comes with it. And it does come with a mounting hardware kit to easily go on your y-axis right here. So it's hard to see, but at the end of your y-axis, you've got like 4 screw holes that are drilled. They're just through holes on the side. In fact, they look like, so picture this, and you can see there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 where it's just through, and then what you can do is actually put a bolt on the back side, and that's how they pretty much design these to be. So what I did is I opted not to buy the 10-inch monitor. Instead, I picked this up on Amazon, and it was really pretty cheap. In fact, let's see. So it's I'll give you the exact dimensions here. Give me a second. It is that is a 20. So that is a 15.6 inch touchscreen display, and it is all of, I think I spent, it was like a couple $100. It's currently out of stock on Amazon where I bought it, but I'm going to put the link to another one. And they come and go in price. They can really vary, but you're just looking for anything that is a touchscreen monitor, but you do need to make sure that you have the HDMI connection. So it has to have an HDMI in, and it has to have several USB-C. So that's USB-C, and then this is USB-C. You can see right here, and that's the power. You mainly need to make sure that it has the USB-C for video connection. So it's HDMI and USB-C. You have to have both of these for this to work. It can't just be HDMI. You can see it doesn't work right if I take out the USB-C connection here. And then the stand is, again, it was really inexpensive. It was, let me just pull it up here real quick. So it was, well, it looks like it's also currently unavailable, but it was like $40. And I'll put the link to one that's similar. The only thing I really cared about is that it had the ability on the stand so that it was spring loaded. You know, this is a very thin monitor that you can see, and it's sort of a weird shape because it has its own built-in little kickstand that you can do. So you could technically just set this on something next to you and work. So this just has a lip on the bottom, and it's spring loaded on the sides. So I can just sit it in here, and it works just fine for me. Now down below, let me get you down there so that you can see a little bit better. But down here, what I did is this is meant to screw into the back of a table and then, you know, sit flush on a table here. And all I did was took a step drill and I just bored out these holes. This one didn't quite line up, and that's okay. But I got these 3 to line up, so I just bored out the holes bigger, and then they just bolt in, and you know, that's it. It's super easy. In fact, it came with the mounting. The ONEFINITY came with these bolts and then the nuts on the backside here, and so literally all I had to do was bolt this on. Now, one other thing that's kind of cool about going with a display like this, or a display stand, and I'll show you real quick, is that if you are shorter or taller, or, you know, need it in a certain position, obviously you have articulation, so I can turn it this way, and then I can pull it closer or further away from me. But over here on this piece, I can actually lift it up, and it has a collar stop that I can lock into place. So if I need it to be a little bit taller, great. I can lift it up and make it taller. I happen to like it down in the lower position, so I just leave it down here, and then I can just swivel things out of the way as needed. So that is my display for the ONEFINITY. Tons of space for me to work on. I'm not fighting to find buttons on anything, especially since I've got the controller hidden underneath the actual unit. Having a big emergency stop button here has been critical for me. I don't have a camera attached or anything, but obviously if I did have a camera attached, it would allow for a little bit bigger picture. But if you don't have the game controller, the ability to move everything with your controller here is huge. Before I had a controller, I ordered it and it came and it wasn't working right, so I had to wait for a replacement. So I found myself having to move around to do my probing with the buttons here, and having the extra large buttons really made things nice. And just from an easy to read standpoint, I like having the bigger monitor. So for me, totally worth spending another 100 or 200 bucks over the 10-inch monitor that comes with it. You just got to be a little bit handy about installing it, and then you'll be good to go. So that's how I've got it set up. If you have questions, hit me up below. I'll put links to similar items since these are out of stock right now. And I will put the actual links to these in there as well, so you can see what they are or if they come back into stock. So look in the description below, and if you have questions, let me know. You guys have a good one. We'll talk later.